Not every day is a good day, but there's good in every day. Hey, what's up? Happy New Year. Well, New Year's Eve, actually. Welcome to another episode of Hey Mark, the podcast where I, Mark, get to talk openly and authentically about not only mental health and, experiences that I've had that have helped me overcome some of these struggles and adversities that I've dealt with, but also just about self-development, ways to think about how you can make your life better than it is right now, how you can be a better person than you are today come tomorrow, and realistically just how to be happier and feel better about yourself and feel better about your life. And so it's New Year's Eve right now, and maybe you're sitting there thinking about this year that just passed, which I know I am. And this year, depending on who you speak with, was either really, really awesome and really good for their personal growth and their development, or it was a really tough year, and like a lot of people, they're excited to let this year pass on and see what 2021's got coming up. There was a lot of struggles that we dealt with, obviously the pandemic, the elections going on, both Canadian and American, but I find that the biggest issue between a lot of people was just the divide. The separation that we've had this year in society, from neighbor to neighbor, from family to family, from friend to friend. There's been a lot of division this year, and there's been a lot of, judgment and not a lot of acceptance. Regardless of how this year went for you, whether it was difficult or it was easy, or you got a lot of character development from it, or maybe you made a lot of money this year, or maybe you went through a lot of struggles and hardships. Regardless, I think the best way to look at it is to analyze your year and just kind of evaluate, I'd say, one or two main lessons that you could take out of this year and apply to, 2021, this next year coming up, on, where you think you could have improved, where you think that you could have matured a little bit more, maybe where you could have been a little bit more grateful. When it comes to days, weeks, or years, the same principle applies to all of them. And what that principle is that I'm talking about is one that my roommate, obviously you hear me talk about him all the time, Aiden, he brought up this Dr. Seuss quote again the other day. And I'm pretty sure it's a Dr. Seuss quote, I might be misquoting it. But anyways, the quote goes, "Not every day is a good day, but there's good in every day." And I think that the same could be said for weeks, months, and years. Not every week is a good week. Not every month is a good month, and not every year is a good year. But there's good in every week, there's good in every month, and there's good in every year. Maybe it's not something that directly applies to you, but maybe you should stop looking for things that directly apply to you. Maybe you should start to understand how society, community, and the world works. And basically what I mean by that is everything is intertwined. Whether you're religious, whether you're spiritual, no matter how you want to think of yourself, everything is connected and everything is intertwined. When your neighbors win, you win. When your friends win, you win. When your family members win, you win. And so maybe this year was difficult for you, but maybe your family members have overcome a lot of struggles in their lives, and that's going to make your life better. Maybe your friends have come into a lot of money financially, even though that you've suffered, and that's going to make your circle richer, collectively. Maybe your community has suffered a lot, but your province or your state has flourished, maybe financially. There's many ways to look at this world, but if we get really absorbed in ourselves and our specific situations all the time, it's very easy to pick apart all the negative events or negative feelings that we have and think that everything is negative. Obviously, this was a difficult year and it was very trying and testing for a lot of us. If you fail the test, you understand what your weaknesses are and where you can grow and what you can learn. And as long as you get that knowledge and then use it and apply it to your life, you're winning. And so take that metaphor of a test and apply it to this year. Maybe it was a good year for you. And if it was, take note of what happened. Take note of what made you feel like it was a good year. Maybe you developed a lot in your relationships, whether that's, your love life or your partner, or your family members, or your friend circle, or your co-workers. Maybe you did a lot of development in your relationships. Maybe you developed a lot financially. Maybe you got a new savings program. Maybe you invested a little bit more this year. Maybe you just learned about investments and you're getting a little bit more comfortable with taking that risk. Maybe you made strides in your fitness life. Maybe you worked out more. Maybe you paid more attention to stretching. Maybe you made breakthroughs in strength, endurance, or your physique. Maybe you ate healthier. Maybe you learned more. Maybe you were more disciplined. Maybe you were less disciplined, but you learned where you could be more disciplined. Maybe you spent a lot of money and you understand now where you could be a little bit more frugal and where you could save some more money. At the end of the day, take this year as a lesson. Maybe you're like me as well, in the sense that every single year, come January, or maybe even December the previous year, you're thinking about resolutions, ways you can improve your life. You've done your reflection and you thought, this year, I'm gonna lose that extra 10 pounds. Or maybe this year, I'm gonna gain that extra 10 pounds I've always wanted to gain. Maybe this year, I'm gonna spend less money. Or maybe this year, I'm gonna make more money. Whatever your resolution is, whether it's to drink more alcohol, drink less alcohol, hopefully it's the latter. Maybe it's make more money, maybe it's save more money. Maybe it's make more gains, maybe it's, lose some more weight. No matter what your resolution is, fuck your resolution. Because resolutions are empty promises. Let's build an actual roadmap. Let's build an actual plan. Not, I'm gonna lose 10 pounds this year. I'm gonna lose 1 pound every single month of pure fat. And how I'm going to do that is X, Y, and Z. Set an actual roadmap for yourself. Set an actual game plan. Not just like some empty goal or promise like I'm gonna make $10,000 more. How about an actual plan to make $1,000 more every single month? How about an actual plan to, put in the work and spend the time and the effort and the energy and have the discipline to follow through with that? And if you don't, here's my big tip for if you don't. One thing that's really helped me stay a lot more, disciplined or accountable on my goals is setting up something I like to call an if-then principle. And what I mean by if-then, I guess it's easiest to just give you an example. An example of an if-then principle to keep you more accountable to your goals, not your resolutions, but your actual goals and your game plans that you've set for yourself. If I don't do it, then I will suffer this repercussion. And if you can hold yourself accountable to all of that, you'll either be suffering a lot and you'll learn from it, or you'll be staying accountable to your goals this year and every year following. That's all I got. I was hoping to keep this pretty short and sweet. I hope you guys have a killer New Year's Eve. Stay safe and have some fun, but stay safe. And go into 2021 with some more energy, more love, more gratefulness, more thankfulness, and more hunger than you've gone into any other year in your life. Go out, kill it, and love everything that you do and love everyone you interact with. That's all. Thank you so much. Have a good day, have a good week, have a good month, and have a good year for 2021, baby. Let's go.